scope it out, find out, okay, where's the most influential spot in the room, and I guarantee you some powerful men will be in that corner. Okay? Go talk to them. Or get a martini and then work up to it. But they may not be there that long. Really what you want to do is hang out in the influential corner all the time. And, yeah.
Sorry, could you just go over that? Because I can see why that's influential over there, like having the back, nobody to your back. Why is that corner like?
Well, because sometimes in this group, because the food's over here and the merchandise is over here, it's kind of like the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
Party starts in the kitchen.
Right.
So we kind of get, stuck in here for a second. So anywhere you are, you just want to try to maneuver yourself to be at the most influential point.
No one behind you.
No one behind you. Mm-hmm. So you can see.
Against the wall.
Because really, and this is going to become very, very key later on. So we'll get back to this. There's a good reason also. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Why not that corner?
That's a good corner too. And it's just, you have a slightly better vantage point of the door from over here. But that's still a good spot. Except because it's got the chairs.
People can't get to you there.
Yeah, people can't get to you over there because of the chairs. So it's easier for people to get to you here. Okay, but good question. Thank you. That's right. Yeah. Okay, so on your sheet, I have something called work the room, open and close conversations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So, and you'll see this during networking. People will start out like this, and then they'll open up, and then they might close, and then they open up, right?
Oh, right.
What you're doing when you're walking the room is you're walking slowly, okay? You're not walking fast. Slow down, mingle, look around, smile at people, okay? And what you're doing is you want to catch people's eyes, or you want to catch their smile in the open conversations, because that's an invitation to join. Okay, so you don't have to feel bad that you're interrupting because you've been invited. Don't try to get into closed conversations. If it's closed, don't worry about it. Wait, because it'll open up. Guaranteed. Closed conversations don't stay closed very long because people just aren't talking about such important stuff. If they do, they're going to leave together or go to a back room or something like that. Ooh. I was thinking about deals. There's deals and there's deals. Okay, so don't be shy. Interrupt people. Interrupt. Hi, I'm Miss Ann. Sorry. What were you guys talking about? How can I join you? Okay. Whatever it takes to enter the conversation. Turn to your partner and say, I'm a networking powerhouse.
I'm a networking powerhouse.
Now, you talked about how do you stand out, right? These are some of the standout questions that make you memorable in the moment. Everybody asks, what do you do?
What do you do?
Right? It's not interesting. What do you like best about what you do? Then you get to know the person. You mentioned you're in blank industry. What got you started in that direction? You're showing interest in the person, not in what they do. Where else do you usually network? Again, you're not talking about what they do. You're talking about them. You're getting to know them, and you're getting ideas for where else you can network. How can I help you? What do you need in your business and in your life? Now, if you're talking to really highly influential or highly leveraged people, speakers, or just people who you know have a lot of contacts and are very influential, you want to switch up that last question and say, what's the most important project you're working on right now? Perhaps I have someone in my network who could help be a resource for you.
Doesn't that sound manipulative? Right?
Because people who are highly influential have dozens of projects that they're working on. And sometimes they just need people to go out and talk about them. Or sometimes they're just looking for something very specific. And they're always on the lookout for people who are manipulative or takers, people who are selfish. So if you're willing to give of yourself and say, how can I help you? They'll be like, oh, yeah, you can help me like this. And then they're going to watch and see. And then they might say, you can help me here. And then they're going to wait and see. And if you'll start, putting the deposits in the emotional bank account, so to speak, so that when it's time to make a withdrawal, you have balance there. Yes.
Exactly.
When I first heard someone ask me, and how can I help you, it was, I didn't know how. I was like, whoa. It was very disarming, and it was a beautiful thing, so it was sincere, but at the same time, it was out of the comfort zone of what it was used to. I'm hearing it more and more now, because it is about paying it forward and being of service.
Absolutely, and that's what this does, is it creates value in you, that you're a giver and that you're of service and you're not selling yourself. You're selling yourself indirectly. But again, we don't want to be sold too badly. We want to be sold too well. And you do that through giving, being of service. Yeah. Win-win situations. But it has, like you said, it has to be genuine. People can smell it if it's not genuine. So it has to be genuine.
But then after you've done the how can I help you and you've actually helped them and done all that, how do you get it to come back to you? Because that's where I'm
Well, like I
having
said,
the problem.
if you're doing it for yourself, you're probably going to find yourself more disappointed than not, that you don't feel like you're getting something back. So
Well, it isn't so much that. It's that I'm very giving. So I'm always giving, but then my business is not going anywhere.
Okay.
Because I'm just giving.
So maybe it's a matter of you're working
I
on.
attended everybody's party. I bought everybody's product.
Yeah. So maybe
You know,
it's
it
about.
just, so there's a balance there, and
Yeah.
I'm not quite catching on.
Well, there's also an art to calling in the favor.
Okay.
And maybe you're
that's
not
the
doing
part.
that.
Yeah. Okay. I need to know how to call in a favor.
Is that on this thing here?
That's in the sequel to this talk. That's a very good point. You may, like I was talking about the harvest. The thing about networking and making contacts is that we don't always know, A, what seed is going to grow, B, if it's going to be a weed or bear fruit, C, when harvest is going to come in. Okay? I made a networking contact about 5 years ago. I told him what I was up to 2 years ago. He called me, he's like, tell me more about your business because I think I want to hire you. So like a year and a couple months ago. And then he didn't hire me for 368 days after he told me he was going to hire me. Okay?
He did do it.
He did do it. Yeah. And I just had to keep seeding. I had to keep watering. I had to keep watering. I had to keep nurturing that, maintaining that contact. I knew it was coming in. I just didn't know when. And it was actually when I gave up on it. I was like, you know what? That's not coming in. I'm just giving up on that. That's what happened. That's when it happened, when I let go. Absolutely.
Yeah. Always works that way.
Yeah. So when you're coming from a place of service, you're putting yourself at a very influential spot. You're creating value, and you're presenting yourself as a resource. And you can do this within a networking event. It's called trial logging. It's on your page there too. This is from Alex Mendozian, who's an internet marketing genius up in San Francisco. And when you're in an event or after an event, you meet two people, they're a match. Connect them together. And the energy that's created from that connection reflects very well on you. You may not reap those benefits right away. It may take a while. Do that enough times, and the energy is going to build up to a tipping point. You may get business directly from those people that you gave business to, or it might come from somebody else. You don't know. It's just a matter of just keep doing it. Keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. And what this does is create value and create visibility for you. And like I said before, the most influential people really like this, okay, because they're on the lookout for takers. Okay. So what this trialogue does is it puts you in the position of a host, because this is what hosts do at parties. They match people up. Oh, great. Right? You have to meet this person. They're great. I'm going to take you. If you're at a networking event and you notice a connection within the time that you're there, grab that person and say, we're going to go find that person. I have a great contact for you. Take them over there. Introduce them. Back off. And sometimes you just kind of sneak away. I'm going to let you guys talk. Bye. Right? All right, so the final aspects of working the room are: don't hand out your business card until it's asked for. Okay? This is just like saying who I work with is or are, and creating that. What's the word I'm looking for when somebody engagement? Okay. So if somebody's really engaged in you, they really want to know who you are. They're going to ask for your card. Try it. Try going to a networking event and not taking out your cards until it's asked for. And see what kind of relationship you can build from those versus ones where you give your card out first. If you're in a group mingling and the cards exchange, that's your cue to exit. You don't want to stay too long in a conversation. 8 minutes tops. And this is what I'm still learning because I love talking. So I'll stay in conversations much longer than I need to. Conversations have an ebb and flow and they will end. You have to start practicing exiting the conversation and not feeling bad about it.
So what do you do?
What do I do? I'll say, well, if I'm in an influential spot, I'll start opening up the conversation. Okay, I'll start changing my body position. I'm still talking, and I'm scanning the room, talking, scanning the room, catching people's eyes, bringing them in. I call that fishing. Other times, like sometimes people really have a tractor beam on you, and I'll have to say something like, oh, somebody's leaving, I have to go talk to them.
Oh, that's
You
what
excuse
you're
me?
doing. Yeah.
Okay. Or, I know this person, I have to tell them something. Do you mind if we catch up later? Okay? People will not be offended because they want to meet other people too. And it's probably that they're not good at ending the conversation either. It's better for them that you guys break.
So you can say that. I'd like to go and meet someone. I've enjoyed talking to you, but I'd love to go.
Absolutely. Yeah. Or, I don't want to keep you from all the fabulous people you're going to meet here.
That's better. Yeah. You're the most fabulous person in the room.
What time do you have to end?
30, wasn't it?
8:30? Okay. All right.
We still have the raffle too.
Okay. All right. So we're wrapping it up now. Sorry, I had a lot of content. Top strategy number 3, be a resource. Okay, so we're talking about carrying this spirit of giving beyond the networking event. This is how you get networking events working for you. You're building up the rapport, you're building up the visibility and the credibility. And when you add credibility and visibility together, what do you get? Profit. Exactly. So, you're building relationships. Follow up with people immediately. Within 24 hours. We learned that last time we were here. Build a tracking system for providing value over time. For me, my system is sending people interesting news, interesting events, asking them if they're going to be going to this or that networking event, and become a referral gatekeeper. So when you're following up at an event, you want to take your business cards and you want to divide them into 2 groups, the A list and the B list. All right? The A list are people you are having a one-on-one conversation with for coffee or what have you within 7 days. Because after 7 days, you kind of fall off their radar. All right? So you have to catch that lead while it's hot. Now, it might be a direct lead. It might be somebody who has a good resource. It might be somebody who also works in your industry. Maybe you guys can share resources. The B list are people who are great to meet. This is everybody else. Who are great to meet, but no real direct avenue for profitability yet. So you send them an email. Great meeting you. Chat, 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 chat. And look forward to seeing you next time. Everybody gets connected to your LinkedIn, your Facebook, your Twitter, whatever it is that you use. And put everybody on your newsletter list. Now, if you don't have a newsletter yet, don't worry about it. I'm going to teach you how to create one.
She has a question.
Mhm.
I thought it's not quite right to put everybody on the newsletter if they're going to agree because there are so many emails. I would have been offended if it would be. I get too many emails.
Well,
Just unsubscribe.
you just unsubscribe. Everybody has the right to unsubscribe to your email list.
If you send something out, if you do send something out, you can even put it in the note of whatever. It's great to meet you. I've included my newsletter. If you'd like to unsubscribe, you can put it like right up front.
And if you don't want to run an email list, you don't have to.
I do run it, but that's my problem. I don't want to spam people.
It's actually legally, if somebody hands you a business card, it's implied consent to put you on the list.
Yeah, but it's subscribed.
Yeah.
And if they hand you their card, you can say, do you mind if I put you on my email list? Most people will say yes. Most people won't mind. Because even I don't like to be on people's lists, but I'll try it out once. Because I'm curious to see what you're going to send me. Over time, try a log, over email or phone, through your newsletter, send out alerts about events, news, tips, whatever it is that interests you, that you think will interest other people. Ways to connect. If you just want to call and say, let's go have coffee or whatever, maintain those connections. It's all about having visibility and credibility. And then you become what? A networking powerhouse. So, click.
Quick question. If somebody contacts you after an event and you are on their A list, but you really know you can't help them, what is the best way to refuse to reach with them, not to stand there in your time?
I would be honest. Just tell them the truth. People enjoy being told the truth. And then also offer to maybe put them in touch with somebody else.
Keep them in line.
Yeah, be the resource. Give again. So clearly a lot goes into these steps, and we're running out of time. So I really can't go into all of them tonight. But it's really all about building a referral network. And I'm wondering if any of you would be curious to learn about how you can go in more in depth with these steps and never make a cold call again. Anybody interested in that? Yeah. So how many of you have stacks of business cards on your desk? Be honest. Now, what if I could guarantee, I guarantee you that one of those cards in that stack is your next sale. It's your next client. I guarantee it.
Okay, go find
I'll
it.
take you up on that.
What did you say?
I guarantee. Enunciate. So
Soft inside voices. They don't.
she said, you got my attention.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Sorry.
So I guarantee you that at least one of those cards is your next business prospect, your next client. Your cash is in that card, right? Problem is, we don't know how to farm that network. Planting the seeds of first connection, but you got to water it, right? And it could take a month, it could take a year. Harvest time can be at any time. So what I want to teach you is how to turn contacts into cash. Okay? And what I'm talking about is bringing those business cards to life and putting those bad boys to work, working for you. And this system of building a referral network includes how to gain a prospect's confidence, igniting the power of your database, and then how to score and track your business building so that you can really see the types of people that are very effective to turn from a contact into cash. And then the other types of people who take way too much time and it's not efficient. If you're not tracking the people, and you're not tracking how you're following up with them, you can never take an objective look at it and say, well, this is really worth my time and this isn't. Okay, so would someone help me hand out these handouts, please? And then, thank you. All right, so turning contacts into cash. This is a webinar I'm giving on November 3rd. Okay, it's at 7 p.m. It's a webinar. so you'll be on the phone or on the computer.
What day?
That
It's a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday. Thank you. And this gives you enough time to practice your networking a little bit. A couple weeks of practicing networking, getting up some contacts, and then we're going to turn those. We're going to put those puppies to work. This is valued at $350 because of the time that it takes for me to put into it, and the value of what you're going to get out of it. But because I love WEBA so much, love this group, and I'm so passionate about you guys getting that six-figure income, it's going to reserve your spot for this webinar, it's going to be $10.
Okay.
Okay?
I'll sign it.
Now, if you choose not to show up on the call and you don't change your RSVP, it's going to cost you $97.
Wow, you're like those Japanese restaurants when you make too much food, right?
Now, this isn't for everybody, okay? Some people like to collect business cards like baseball cards, and they just like to see, it's like, that little scorecard, right? Some people aren't interested in putting those into cash, but I know some of you are. And it's not that hard. That's the beauty of this. Just take some time sitting down, building the system, and committing to it. And the reason I'm structuring this webinar this way is because I am extremely passionate about helping people like you to get the life that you want. The six-figure income, the passive income, the more fulfilling life, the vacations, right? These are the things we all want. And some of us need a little shove. And there's certain things I can do really well to accelerate you, and there's other things other people can do to accelerate you in a different way. And I'm so passionate about you getting this material that I want to create an incentive for you to get on the call, to maintain your commitment to yourself. That's why I've structured it this way. So it's only $10 for tonight. If you don't show up on the call, $97. Okay?
How are you going to know? I'm kidding.
I will know.
No. Software is there.
How long is this?
It'll be an hour and a half.
2 hours? My calendars. If I find out I have to change the RSVP time or date.
I'll probably be doing this again in a couple months, depending on how successful it is.
So transferable to the other day.
But you'll email us anyway.
I will email you anyway, exactly. So if the webinar isn't interesting for you, I also do what's called a marketing mastermind group, which is a phone call twice a month. One call, people can ask me whatever they want about their business, and I'll help them. And it'll be a really targeted 15 to 20 minutes right on their business, right on what's concerning them at that moment. And then the other, it happens every other Monday. So one Monday, everybody asks me for advice, and then on the other Monday, I have an expert come in and share their expertise, and then we ask them questions. So I had Phyllis on the call a couple months ago. We talked about SEO, and I learned so much that I didn't even know, and it was very helpful for us. Thank you so much for being on that call. And also, I help people with editing press releases, web copy, ads, etc., etc., etc.
Do you do the PR releases? You shoot them out? Or?
I can shoot them out. Yeah. Sometimes my clients in the marketing mastermind group enjoy the persona that they can create by having me send the press release out, because it makes them look more successful, that they can hire a PR firm to do their PR.
How much does that cost, the mastermind out of the group? Do you pay it by
I'm
month?
glad you asked.
I
I said I'm glad she asked how much it costs. This is $250 a month, and you get 2 calls a month, plus you can write me in the middle, I have this problem, what do you think? Can you look at this press release? I'm stuck on my messaging, whatever it is. We chat throughout the week, or throughout the month, really.